Okay, so recording right now for 6 p.m. Starting in Shavasana with some blocks. So bring your spine onto one block and just bring your shoulder blades above and let your tailbone fall down. And bring your head to your block. Bring your arms out to the sides. And just breathe here. Allow your breath to create expansion throughout your body. Maybe notice openings in areas that you don't usually open up. In your shoulders, your lower back. And slowly rebend your knees and bring your feet underneath your glutes. And rock your knees side to side. And then roll onto one side. And just pause for a second. Allow everything to settle. And press yourself up to a seat. So come to tabletop from here. And grab your 2 blocks, if you have blocks. Bring them underneath your hands. Inhale, cow pose. Arch your spine down, gaze up. Breathe here. Now draw your belly in and press your chest forward. Lengthen your ears away from your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, cat pose. Arch your spine up and draw your belly in. Now maybe wag your tail. So send your hips to one side and then the other. And just open up through your side body here, through your waist. And come back to center. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Couple more rounds. Breathe in, gaze up. Exhale, cat. And come back to your neutral spine. Step your right foot out. The right foot out to the side. Point your toes forward. And then move your blocks away from you. Place your left hand down. Reach your right arm up. Open through your chest and shoulders. Exhale. Thread your needle. Bring your right shoulder and right temple to the mat. Walk your left fingers forward. Press the front of your left shoulder down. Breathe into the top of your right shoulder. And press into the outside of your right foot to engage your right leg. Bend your right elbow. Bring your hand underneath your shoulder and rise up. Roll out your wrist. Breathe in. And then exhale, lower back down through tabletop and switch sides. So take your left foot out. Point your toes forward. Inhale, cow pose. Arch your spine down, gaze up. Exhale, cat. And come back to center. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Open through your chest and shoulders. Exhale, thread your needle. And bring your shoulder and your temple to the mat. Slide your fingertips forward. Bend your right elbow. Bring your hand underneath your shoulder. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower down. And bring your hands underneath your shoulders again. Inhale, tabletop, rise up, or hovering tabletop, lift your knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and your heels down. And just walk it out. And take one breath in, lift both heels high. Exhale, lower them down. Walk your hands to the back of your mat. Take your time, bend your knees a lot. And come to ragdoll pose. So reach for opposite elbows. Just sway side to side. And open up through your side body, the outside of your legs. Bend your knees to deepen your fold and release your lower back. Now come back to center. Release your hands to the floor and toe heel your feet in. Take your time and roll up your spine, one vertebra at a time. Maybe make this the slowest thing that you do all day long. When you reach the top, inhale, lift your shoulders up to meet your ears. Exhale, lower them down. Bring your hands to your heart, close your eyes. Come to Samasthiti, stand at attention. Take this time right here, right now, to set an intention for your practice tonight. Take a deep breath in, lift your chest up to meet your thumbs. Big open mouth, exhale out. Release your hands to your side. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your arms up over your head. Breathe here. Welcome, Caitlin. And exhale, forward fold. Now, if you have a strap or a towel, reach for that and rise back up to mountain pose. Reach your arms up over your head. If you don't have either, that's okay. You can just bring your hands over your head and we'll do cactus arms. But if you have something, yeah, pull on it and bend your elbows. So like a lat pull, lower down and open up through your chest and shoulders. Now draw your belly towards your spine and press your hips forward. Lift your chest, lift your gaze. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, lower down. One more just like that. Inhale, rise. Exhale, down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your hands to your upper thighs. Exhale, crawl forward to low lunge. So step your right foot forward. That's it. Step your right foot forward and drop your left knee down. Now, if you have blocks, grab your blocks and bring them underneath your shoulders, or if you have 2 water bottles or books or something, bring them underneath your shoulders to just help you kind of find your balance in crescent moon. So I'll go sideways. Bring your knee down, but keep your toes flexed and press into your feet. Now press your hips forward, lift your chest and lift your gaze. Find cow pose in your upper back. Breathe in. Exhale, press back, half split. So send your hips back and straighten your front leg. Either keep your hands where they are or reach your arms forward and lengthen through your spine. Breathe into the back line of your leg. And slowly inhale, crawl forward. Now flow it out. So lift your left knee up. Press your hips forward. Gaze up, back bend. Exhale, back, half split. Inhale, crawl forward. This time, crescent moon. Keep your knee down. Reach your arms up over your head and bring your palms together at the top. That's it. Exhale, back bend. Bring your thumbs to the nape of your neck and squeeze your inner arms. Now press your hips forward. Lift your chest and lift your gaze. Inhale, come back up to center. Reach your arms up. This time, exhale, pyramid pose. Grab your blocks and straighten both legs. So draw your right hip up and back. You can keep your back heel lifted. Now lift up through your chest. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And exhale, lower down. Option to walk out your hands. And breathe again into the back line of your right leg. Slowly lower back down to low lunge. Inhale, high plank. Step your front foot to meet your back foot. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot forward this time. Drop your left knee down. Same thing here. Grab your 2 blocks and bring your blocks underneath your shoulders. Press your hips forward. Now start the back bend. Draw your belly in and lift your chest up. Lift your gaze. Press into your feet and stay active through your legs. Inhale. Exhale, half split. Send your hips back and peel your toes off the mat. Inhale, crawl forward. This time, lizard pose. Bring your hands to the mat and lift your knee off the mat. Press your hips forward at the back bend. Exhale, half split. Send your hips back. Now this time, inhale, crescent moon. Drop your knee down and reach your arms up. Bring your palms together at the top. Exhale, back bend. Squeeze your inner arms and press your hips forward. Lift your chest, lift your gaze. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, pyramid pose. Grab your blocks and straighten both legs. Take your time. Use your breath. Inhale. Exhale, gently soften. Release your blocks. Place your hands back on the mat. Inhale, high plank, step back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, standing forward fold. Step to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Lower down. Inhale, chair pose, or actually mountain pose. Reach your arms back up over your head. That's it. So mountain pose. This time, exhale, lower down chair plane. Bend your knees and sit low. So bring your weight back into your heels and squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Squeeze your pinkies towards each other. Lift your chest and relax your shoulders away from your ears. That's it. Now inhale, mountain pose with the back bend. So bring your palms together at the top. Press your hips forward, lift your chest, lift your gaze, and lengthen back. Breathe in. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your feet back. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot forward. Scoot your toes forward. That's it. Now drop your left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Ground down, rise up. You've been here before. So keep your weight in your feet this time. Bring your palms together at the top. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, back bend, squeeze your elbows in and bring your thumbs to the nape of your neck. Now ground down through your feet. Inhale, push into the floor, rise up to stand, standing pyramid pose. So rise up to straight legs, that's it. Exhale, low flying lunge. Bend your front knee and hinge forward. Lengthen from your left heel all the way through the crown of your head. Big breath, inhale, reverse warrior. Spin your back foot parallel to the back of the mat. Circle your arms up and back and reach your right arm towards the back of the room. Press your hips forward. Breathe in. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach forward and down and bring your right elbow to your right thigh. Now press into your thigh to open up and expand through your chest. Breathe in. Exhale out. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten both legs. Reach your right arm up and back. Exhale, cartwheel down. Plant your hands and step back to high plank. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge, step forward. Drop your right knee. Inhale, crescent moon. Reach your arms over your head. Bring your palms together at the top. Inhale. Exhale, back bend. Bend your elbows. Bring your thumbs to the nape of your neck. Now inhale, rise straight up. Push into the floor. Squeeze your inner thighs to rise. Exhale, low flying lunge. Bend your front knee. Nice. Inhale, reverse warrior. Circle up and back. Press your hips forward and gaze up. Stay low in your lunge. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach forward and down. Expand here from your back heel all the way through the crown of your head. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your front leg. Reach up and back. Press your hips forward. Lengthen. Exhale. Cartwheel down. Chaturanga, high to low plank. Flow through. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward facing dog, or just meet me at a downward facing dog. That's it. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale out. Now we're just gonna flow breath to movement one time, just like that, right and left. So inhale, look forward. Exhale, standing forward fold. Step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, chair plane, sweep back, reach to the back. Inhale, mountain pose, back bend. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward facing dog, step back. Inhale, three-legged dog, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step your right foot forward and drop your left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Reach your arms over your head. Press into your feet. Bring your palms together at the top. You got it. Exhale, back bend. Open up, squeeze your inner arms. Now push into the floor, stay strong. Inhale, rise straight up, standing pyramid. That's it, I see you. Exhale, low flying lunge. Woo, reach your fingertips back and hinge forward. Now big circle open, inhale, reverse warrior. Reach up and back. Exhale, extended side angle, hinge forward and down. Now inhale, reverse triangle, reach up and back. Exhale, low lunge, plant your hands. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged dog, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step forward. Drop your knee. Inhale, crescent moon, reach your arms up. That's it. Exhale, back bend, press your hips forward. Inhale, rise straight up, standing pyramid. That's it. Press down to lift. Nice job, ready. Exhale, hinge forward, low flying lunge. Nice inhale, reverse warrior, spin open. Exhale, extended side angle, hinge forward and down. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten and rise. Exhale, low lunge, plant your hands. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, come down to your knees. Have a seat. Towel off. Make a quick sip of water. And we're going to get into a little bit more restorative stuff. So we're starting with big toe or broken toe pose. Some of you may remember this one, our favorite and least favorite. So if you have a block or two, there are a lot of ways to make this slightly less uncomfortable. And the challenge is to find the discomfort or the comfort in the discomfort to allow your connective tissue to release in the bottom of your feet. So you have a lot of nerve endings in the bottom of your feet. A lot of things get stuck here. So broken toe pose, you bend your toes. You can, this is with nothing underneath you, but you can bring your blocks to your sides. Or if you want to have a seat on your block, kind of de-intensifies this position by lifting your weight up a little bit. You can bring your hands to your thighs, or even just bring everything apart and have a seat on your block. That's also an option. So find a variation that's going to allow you to stay here for a few minutes. Okay, I'm gonna put the timer on. So 2 minutes here. So if it doesn't feel intense to you right now, it will start to in just a few minutes. And the practice here, use your breath. And slow down your heart rate. So your fascia, your connective tissue, that encases your entire body, but also kind of runs in between your muscles and in between your tendons and stuff, is a little different than your muscle tissue because there's less blood flow. So that means it takes longer to heal. It also takes longer to open up. So when we have tight muscles, we can use heat and movement to kind of loosen it up, but our fascia takes a little longer. So it really is no shortcut. It's just time. So breathe here into the bottoms of your feet. And if you stand a lot during the day, this may be a little extra intense. Let's see, how are we doing on time? Less than a minute left. And maybe just notice what happens in your body. Does your heart rate start to rise? Ooh. Or do things maybe begin to soften? So this can be really intense for me because I have a little bit of arthritis in one of my toes. But the more I do it, the less pain I feel in general. So I know it's doing something good. Okay. Shift forward. Woo. And tap out the tops of your feet. So just tap it out and kind of encourage the blood flow. And then sit back onto your feet this time, point your toes. And hinge back and just do a little counter stretch. Maybe even lift your knees off of the mat and open up through the tops of your feet this time. So the metatarsals, all of those little tendons and things in there that we tend to ignore. And then come back up. And have a seat. Okay, so we started to open up through our shoulders. We're gonna get into hips a little bit right here. So again, if you have your 2 blocks, take your right leg out and bend your left knee in. So this is a great lower back. So you may think it's about your hamstrings, but this is really, especially in this more restorative posture, is about your lower back. And if you're sitting a lot, if you're doing a lot of computer work, that is probably gonna get super tight. So take at least 1 block or even a water bottle or whatever you got. Pillows, stack them up and create like a little tower for you to rest your forehead on. And then turn your body to face your right leg and walk your hands out towards your foot as far as you can so that you can place your forehead on your tower, wherever that may be. So that may be all the way up here. You can build a little block tower, and the intention is to create space. So create space here to allow your muscles to disengage so that you can begin to open up through your connective tissue. So stay grounded in your left sits bone. And breathe here into the openings in the left side of your back. You may notice that the longer you spend here, you may feel a little more open and ready to go a little deeper and remove a layer. Maybe even find some micro movements. Just feel this in different parts of your lower back. And then settle back in. Slowly rise back up. And then come back through center, switch sides. Try your right knee in, the right leg in. And then bring your tower over to the left. So set yourself up, same thing. Breathe in and lengthen through your spine first. Exhale, hinge forward and rest your forehead down. Then notice one side may be a little different than the other. Maybe you have a little more space on this side. Might even ask yourself why. Is it the way that you sit? Or are you just stronger on that side of your body? Slowly rise. And then switch it out and bring both feet in. And walk your feet a little farther from your hips than you might think you want to be. Again, we're going to target lower back and outer glutes here. So take your block or whatever you have, stack something up, and create a shelf again for your forehead to rest on so that you can allow your muscles to disengage and your fascia to slowly open up. Maybe even draw your layer down a little. And check in here, see if maybe you can go one layer down. Use your hands to press yourself back up to a seat. Ooh, and lengthen through your spine. So take your legs out in front of you, maybe a little shake out. And so we'll get one more for our hips. So take your legs out as far as they can go, and have a seat. Now notice whether you are kind of hinging backwards in your pelvis or forward. So you kind of want to lift up and hinge forward through your pelvis, and take this into maybe inner thighs a little bit, and then make your tower however you need to with something, and then just start to walk your hands forward. So walk it forward until you can bring your forehead down onto your tower or a block or wherever you need to be, and just breathe. Again, see if you can find release in the muscles in your inner thighs that want to kind of hold on. Few more seconds here, yogis. Slowly bring your hands underneath your shoulders and press yourself up. Ooh, and then bring your knees in closer to center. And move your blocks out of the way. So we're gonna take, does everyone have a wall available? No, we don't. Okay, let's wait on the wall stuff, but we'll talk about that in the future. If we're gonna keep doing more restorative postures, maybe we can set ourselves up to use a wall. So lower down to your back. And first round, just bring your block between your thighs for bridge pose. So press into your feet, squeeze your block, and then lift your hips off of your mat. Now shimmy your shoulders underneath you, interlace your hands, press your forearms down, squeeze your block, and lift your hips just a little bit higher. Take a big breath in. And exhale, lower down. And slowly replace your spine on the mat. Bring the soles of your feet together. And one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly for Supta Baddha Konasana. So just allow your knees to fall open. And you do have your two blocks. So you have the option to bring blocks underneath your thighs for a little more support. Again, just breathe here into this inner thigh and hip opener. And slow your breath. Draw your knees back together. And this time, take your block and bring it underneath your hips for a supported bridge. So place your block under your sacrum. You can stay right here and just bring your hands to your sides. This is also a great posture if you have anxiety. I think it even can help to alleviate some asthma just by laying here with your hips a little bit elevated. Creates more space in your diaphragm and calms your nervous system. You can take your legs out long and go for a bigger stretch into your hip flexors and your psoas. Maybe even reach your arms over your head and open through your side body. And as you start to settle into this posture, maybe notice if anything is clenching, maybe your glute. See where you can soften and let go. Now rebend your knees and your feet underneath your hips. And bring your hands back to your sides. Send your legs up the wall. So just bring your legs up the wall, kind of like reverse the blood flow here. This is another one that just feels really good in your body. So every once in a while, it's good to get that kind of upside down. Maybe shake out your feet. Want to feel good. Just hang out here. Notice your legs maybe start to feel weightless. Bring your knees back into your chest. Lower your feet to the mat. Lift your hips. And then lower all the way down. Draw your knees into your chest. And rock and roll back and forth. Rock and roll, cross your legs and just roll onto your belly. So just come forward and onto your belly and take your left arm out to the side. Bring your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Bend your right knee and then roll yourself onto your left shoulder. Place your right foot on the ground behind your left leg. And then reach your right arm up. Breathe into your shoulder. Maybe even into your hip flexor. You can even take a half bind and bend your right elbow. Reach your hand towards your left hip. Notice if you feel your lower back locking up. And just send your breath there. Reach your right arm back up. And roll onto your belly. And switch sides. Send your right arm out. Bring your left hand underneath your left shoulder. And roll onto your right shoulder. Maybe reach your left arm up. Or take it back. Slowly roll back onto your belly. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and press yourself up to your knees. Walk your knees forward. And if you have a block or a water bottle, place your block in between your thighs. So one last big back bend. Bring your hands to your lower back and prepare for camel pose. So squeeze your elbows towards each other. Squeeze your block, turn on your lower belly, and press your hips forward. Start to lift your chest, lift your gaze, and walk your gaze along the ceiling. Maybe reach your hands back towards your heels. Press your hips forward, lift your chest, and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Slow your breath here. Gently inhale, rise back up to standing on your knees. And exhale, lower down to hero's pose. Remove your block and just have a seat on your knees. Close your eyes and bring your hands to your thighs. Slow your breath and slow your heart. And then come to face the front. How much time we got? Oh, we got time. Okay. So this is a fun one. Send your left leg out long in front of you, and then bring your right knee, or bend your right knee, and bring your right foot outside of your right thigh. Yeah. So this is kind of a half, oh my gosh, what's this called? I can't even remember what it's called. It's got a weird name. But the intention here is to stretch out, again, your connective tissue, so your tendons and ligaments in your knee, in your ankle, and the tops of your feet, and fixed firm, that's what this is called. So this is like a half fixed firm. And what's good about this is that it creates more space in your lower back. And so from here, if you feel good right here, you can stay right here. Or if you want to feel this a little bit more deeply into your quad, into your knees, start to sit back onto your forearms. So stop at your forearms and just breathe here and check in with your body. So again, come back to your intention is to create some space in your joints. If you feel any sharp pain, maybe dial it back. And maybe even go a little farther and lower all the way down to your back. We need to make some little adjustments and go deeper into your right quad. See if you can slow your breath. And then gently walk yourself back up, layer by layer. Send your right leg out. Shake it out. And then switch to your left. So bend your left knee, draw your knees towards each other, and allow your left foot to sit outside of your left hip and check in. So hinge back onto your forearms and pause there, feel it out. And then if this feels good, you can stay or continue to lower down to your back. And again, maybe shift around, create some more space. Notice that one side may be a little different than the other. That's okay, just know to acknowledge your strong side, maybe your more open side. Slowly work your way back up to the seat. Send your legs out in front of you. Shake it out. And then bend your knees. Reach your arms up over your head. That's it. Inhale, lift up through your chest. And exhale, hinge forward from your waist and reach for your feet. Now, wherever you are, see if you can capture your feet and then slowly just lower down a little bit more. Breathe in. Exhale out. And settle in a little more. And continue that. Come back to your breath. To always just gently create more space rather than force into a posture. Slowly release your hands and roll up your spine. Take your time. Bend your knees, take a block with you, and roll all the way down your back. Bring your knees to your chest. Take your block in between your thighs. And then lower both knees to the left side for supine twist. So block between your thighs to kind of create more space and allow your hips to align. And then reach your arms out to your sides. Relax your right shoulder down and gaze to the right. Again, use your breath here. Gently allow your body to soften. Bring your knees into your chest. Neutralize your spine here. And then switch sides. So drop your knees to the right and gaze to the left. Stack your hips and relax your left shoulder down. Again, settle in here. Use your breath to soften through your lower back. Bring your knees into your chest. Remove your block. Allow your spine and then grab the insides of the soles of your feet. Come to happy baby. So allow your knees to fall outside of your ribs. Maybe stretch one leg and then the other. And just take any movements that you need in your body before your final posture, your final constructive rest. Bring your knees into your chest. Squeeze everything in. And exhale, final Shavasana. Allow your toes to fall open and your palms to face the ceiling. And I'm going to offer a variation. So like we did in the beginning with the heart opener, you can take that same variation or use the block under your spine on one layer higher to really deepen the stretch and open up through your upper back. So I have been hearing a lot that people's upper backs and lower backs are bothering them from sitting in front of the computer and studying. So this is a great counter stretch to all of the time sitting in front of a computer. So again, gently work your way into the right position where you feel like you could stay there for just a few moments. Settle your tailbone down and then extend your legs out long. Maybe adjust the block underneath your head. You can also take that up a layer and allow your arms to go out to the side and just open up through your pecs and your shoulders. You can stay in this variation as long as you like, or if it becomes uncomfortable, just roll off of your blocks and back into Shavasana. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Now, yogis, you can stay in Savasana however long you want. And when you're ready, to start to deepen your breath. Allow your chest to rise and fall. Start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Lower your head to one side and then the other. And breathe in, reach your arms over your head, take a long body stretch. Exhale your hands to your heart. Down through your sits bones. And draw your belly towards your spine. Find length all the way through the crown of your head. Draw your thumbs to your third eye. And bow forward. Namaste. Nice job, everybody. Hold on 1 second.